lot of Mary stories. My mom and I are very close. Probably the most impactful story I have of Mary is when she was at her lowest. I was fortunate to be there with her, and it was soon after her divorce from my dad. And I got to walk with her to this mountain bluff on Catalina Island, and she poured her heart out. I heard her whisper under her breath between tears, "If God is for you, who could be against you? If God is for you, who could be against you? If God is for you, who could be against you?" And it was powerful. I felt like the entire world around she and I stopped. She shared this thought with me, and I've leaned into it ever since.
My favorite Mary story would start with how Clearview kind of started. In 1996, it was my senior year in high school. She came to me and said, "I have a mom who would like their daughter to be shipped up to us and brought to us, and they believe I can guide them and guide her and get her going in the right direction." And she said, "Well, Jeremy, this is our family. This is our family mission." And I went to my mom and I said, "As long as this mission always revolves around taking care of this girl and getting her where she needs to be, and it means not about money, not about fame, just about mission and taking care of this girl." And she says, "Jeremy, that's what we've always been about."
More than my favorite story, it's just my favorite thing about Mary is watching her walk into a room and she lights up. She lights up the room. Every girl just stops and they come running like a celebrity came in the room, and you just have no idea what she's going to say, but you know it's going to be powerful.
And I've learned a lot. I've seen so many girls, it's been probably over 500 girls that I've known personally in an intense kind of way.
I remember the day that Mary interviewed me to come on her clinical team. And the only real question that she asked me is, she goes, "Mike, how do you feel about working for a woman?"
Favorite Mary story? There's so many of them. It's hard to pick just one.
She has this ability to just see into you and find your strengths and grow them.
When I was probably about 18, I was invited to come down to San Diego and experience Thanksgiving with the family. She woke me up really early one morning, unbeknownst to Jason, and said, "We're taking a trip to the beach." I had actually never seen the beach before. And she took me down there and we did this beautiful walk on the beach. It was a pretty special experience just to get to go have that one-on-one time with her, really in a place that is her home and in a place that she loves, and get to connect with her like that.
She's fun to be around, and she's passionate about everything that she does.
We had the opportunity to go to many workshops and trainings together. She kind of let me run the show in terms of getting us there, making the arrangements, setting it all up, and I being much younger and being more of the backpacking traveler, I remember not setting up Ubers or taxis to get to our hotel room, so we would be taking the local bus and rolling our suitcases downtown Seattle, and she just would roll with it. All the professionalism would kind of drop away, and I could just be with Mary as a friend. It was great.
She came to my office and she sat in on a Bible study group we had. At the end, we all prayed together, and then she grabbed the arm of a kid, and this is a relatively typical story for Miss Mary. She grabs the arm of the kid and says, "I'm gonna go to school with you."
I met Mary when I was working at a different job, and she just really stood out to me, and we would visit. And the second time I met her, she was trying to convince me to come work with her girls. And now 2 years later, she got me.
I think the fun part of Mary is that you kind of never know. She's so spontaneous. She just kind of shows up. And so probably one of the most recent ones I went in to do supervision with one of our clinicians, and Mary was in there sitting on the couch, and I walked in and she said, "Wow, you're looking hot."
There's a lot of Mary stories that I just can't tell.
One time, we were at my church, and we had taken a bunch of the girls. I think there was probably 20 of the girls, and it was a full-day seminar. But at a certain point, Mary just stood up and took over the entire room with sharing her wisdom and just her love for the Lord and how her life has been impacted by Jesus.
Jokes me up a little bit.